Hello everyone, and welcome to the Loyalton High Newscast. I'm Caleb Bradley.
And I am your dazzling anchor, Cassandra Garcia. Now, if our layabout editors keep to their schedules, this newscast should be coming out right before our students' 2018 spring break.
That's right, Cassie. We here at the studio are curious as to students' plan to spend their upcoming break. So we took some time and asked a few students how they plan to spend their vacation time. Here's what they said.
I'm going to be going to Universal Studios Hollywood over spring break with my friends, and it's going to be really fun. Yeah.
What I'm doing for spring break is sleeping in every day.
What I'm doing for spring break is looking at college campuses that I've been accepted to.
Over spring break, I'm going to go to Woodward and skate parks if we go to skate.
I plan on going swimming.
I'm going to Tonopah.
For spring break, I'm going to Panama. I really am. We're going to fly into Panama City and rent a car and travel around the country, go to the Pacific side and up into the mountains and go see Boquete and some other cool places. I'm super excited.
Fun! And even if many of us don't have big plans for the vacation, at least we'll relax and come back for the last months of school relaxed and ready to finish up. Now, besides spring break, a few other key events have been going on for the past month or so. Chief among these events was the annual Loyalton Rotary Music and Speech Competitions.
The competitions are meant to promote public speaking and instrumental music, and give students a chance to practice their oratory and musical skills in front of judges. Sadly, we had only a few people participate in the competition. At the most recent one, held on February 22nd, only one participant, Brock Griffin, chose to give a speech and won by default. And two students participated in the instrumental portion of the competition. Senior Madeline Williams and freshman Ruth Mashari McCormick played classical pieces on the piano, and both did beautifully. Ruth Mashari was the final winner of the competition and will be competing against students from Portola, Quincy, and other communities on Saturday, April 14th, as will Brock Griffin with his speech delivery. Good luck to you both.
Yeah, it was a really nice community event, and we appreciate all that our local Rotary Club does to support the youth of the Sierra Valley.
Now, while Brock was working on his speech, some of our editors at the studio here started our own little project, something fun that focuses on one of our favorite Grizzlies here at Loyalton High School. They decided to follow around a great senior and one of our most mysterious students to have fun and highlight what he does all day in a short video. So take it away. What's Joe doing today?
Aquella noche, un altro hotel, aquella historia que tengo per me, la tengo aquí.
Now that that's over with, let's pass it to our FFA correspondent, Matthew Graves.
Thanks, Caleb. We've had a busy past month or so at the Ag Department, including several competitions, the first of which being the Intermountain Section Speaking Competition, which occurred on February 14th. While there, students could compete in several competitions based around either prepared or on-the-spot public speaking. Those competed in the Creed Resuscitation Contest were Mason Williams, Rochelle Smith, and Johnny Morrison. Sophomores Hunter Graves and Brock Griffin also competed in the impromptu public speaking, which Brock took first in. Juniors Rhiannon, Brooks, and Alana Kohlberg competed in the prepared public speaking, while yours truly competed in the job interview contest. None of us placed, though. After the speaking competition, the FFA celebrated National FFA Week, a whole week dedicated to the largest youth organization in the United States. Miss Griffin had planned a variety of activities, including dress-up days and lunchtime activities, but unfortunately many of those events were canceled because of snow days or late starts. However, we sent our latest reporter, Hannah Southworth, to ask Miss G all about it. Take it away, Hannah.
Hey guys, I'm with FFA advisor Callie Griffin to talk about National FFA Week. So Miss Griffin, what is National FFA Week?
Well, the National FFA Week is a week, the President's Week from George Washington, from Saturday to Saturday, where students and local organizations, chapter, state, and national celebrate what our organization does.
And what did you guys do?
Well, our ag leadership class designed a whole week of activities to include everybody in the school, not just students that are in the ag department. So each day we did something different, like hot pepper eating contest and milk chugging. And they also got points for dressing up, whether it was dress like a teacher, wear your any FFA shirt, so on and so forth. And they also posted in our daily news fun facts about FFA, like when it started and that corn has grown in all 50 states, so on and so forth. And we also did our 8th grade recruit that same week, where our ag leadership class cooked for the kids, because why else do we want to be an ag but besides to eat? And then our officers explained the 3 circles of ag. So it was a great day.
And were there any students who went above and beyond?
Yes, the ag leadership class and all of our officers. So they had to organize, plan it, do it all on their own. Mrs. Griffin just gave them some information and they had to design it themselves. So yes, every single one of our officer team kids really went above and beyond.
All right, well, thank you, Miss Griffin. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Miss Griffin. Following National FFA Week, our local chapter also competed in several competitions in the past weeks. Following the speaking competition in Susanville, several of our students competed in the annual Arbuckle Field Day. While there, we had teams from Floral, Light Horse, and Small Engines participating in their individual competitions, though we did not place well overall. From the Floral team, we had Rochelle Smith, Rhiannon Brooks, Alana Kohlberg, and Phoebe Griffin. With the Light Horse judging team, we had Logan Anseth, Hunter Graves, Brock Griffin, and Bodie Griffin. Finally, the Small Engine team was made up of Keith Miller, Louis Acato, and Brett Sheridan, with Sheridan placing 9th overall in individual. Besides Arbuckle, we also planned on taking our Vet Science Horse Judging and Floral teams to compete at UC Davis Field Day, but it was canceled due to weather and unsafe road conditions. Well, that is all we have for FFA today. Before we go, we have a special public service announcement from Zakiah Syl Frazier. Roll it.
I see all these people wearing these shoes that just aren't cool, that aren't meant for basketball. All these Converse, these Thrasher shoes. Everybody thinks they're cool, but they're not! You need to go to your local Nike store and get yourself some heat.
Well, basketball season came to an end a couple of weeks ago, and I must say it was a lot of fun to watch the teams play this year. There was no JV girls team, but the JV boys ended their season with 6 wins and 14 losses. The team averaged 36 points per game, with Damian Donnelly being the high scorer with 12.3 points per game. Excellent work, boys. The varsity girls had a great winning league with 0 losses. Overall, they had 14 wins and 13 losses, which includes non-league and preseason play. Average points per game was 46, with Brianna Rowan the high score with 14.2 per game.
Varsity boys also had a successful season, going undefeated in league and an overall record to 17-8. Average points were 54.6, with Jackson Armstrong holding the high average with 15.3 points per game. Unfortunately, both teams lost in the first round of playoffs, but all in all, we couldn't be prouder of our Grizzlies and their dedication to basketball. Thanks to all of the players, coaches, parents, and Booster Club for making it such a great season.
Spring sports practices are underway, so keep an eye out for baseball, softball, and track competitions coming up.
Hey Phoebe, thanks for joining us in lieu of Caleb. He's just not feeling too well today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So Phoebe, what do you think of all the snow we've had recently? I say it's a real miracle March.
It sure is, Cassie. I'm thrilled to finally have some snow on the ground. It certainly didn't feel like we were ever going to get a winter. December, January, and February were dry as a bone, and honestly, many people have been really worried that this would continue and cause us to have a horribly dry summer with continual forest fires.
So true. However, now we've had a few weeks of continual snowfall. This will definitely help out, and perhaps with a rainy April, we'll make up for a slow start to winter. Let's take you a look at some winter scenes.
Now on to something really great going on in the community involving our creative LHS students. This winter, as many of us know, the Loyalton trailer park was demolished and its residents have had to leave and find new housing. Although the park had been condemned for years and it was definitely time to see it closed down for good, the event was difficult for the community and for the folks who lived there, or who had lived there in the past. After the demolition, what was left behind were huge piles of debris, garbage, and blight. For so many, walking or driving past these piles might be depressing and a sad symbol of what our town could become. However, for a group of students here at Loyalton High School, these mounds of destroyed homes meant something hopeful and inspiring.
That's true, Phoebe. Sophomore Maggie Mann and freshman Ruth Masheri were inspired by the blight left at the trailer park site and decided it would be a perfect spot to show not the destruction of a place or the future of people, but the hopes and dreams that young people have no matter where they grow up. So they and several other local teenagers grabbed their cameras, their fashion sense, and their creativity and spent the day taking artistic photos of the young people posing next to the blight in defiance and celebration of a future generation that is truly defining themselves. We applaud these young people's confidence and positive vision of the world.
What a great story. I, for one, am really looking forward to seeing the photos. That's it for the news this month. I'm Phoebe Griffin.
And I'm Cassandra Garcia. Thanks for tuning in.